starts with a whisper, a seed in the mind, a doubt that grows louder, stealing your time. You're not enough, it says you'll never succeed, but I've learned how to silence that voice with my creed. I've fallen in prison, I've lost and I've gained. Every bruise on my soul is the proof that I've trained. This is me versus me, no one else in the ring, and I'm ready to fight till I hear the bell ding. I'm not perfect, but I'm perfectly flawed. Every step that I've taken was worth every scar. I'm done with the fear, the lies in my ear, the shadows that kept me bound year after year. Now I see the light breaking through the rain, turning every doubt into strength, breaking chains. Breaking chains, I'm rising up strong, turning all my doubts into fuel for this song. They can't hold me back, I've claimed my name. The voice in my head will never be the same. Breaking chains, I'm free to believe in the power within, in what I can achieve. This is my fight, my story, my reign. I'm breaking chains, I'm breaking chains. You've gotta lose to learn, stumble to climb, a doubt that grows louder, stealing your time. You're not enough, it says you'll never succeed, but I've learned how to silence that voice with my creed. I've fallen in prison, I've lost and I've gained. Every bruise on my soul is the proof that I've trained. This is me versus me, no one else in the ring, and I'm ready to fight till I hear the bell ding. I'm not perfect, but I'm perfectly flawed. Every step that I've taken was worth every scar. I'm done with the fear, the lies in my ear, the shadows that kept me bound year after year. Now I see the light breaking through the rain, turning every doubt into strength, breaking chains. I gotta lose to learn, stumble to climb, face the darkest moments to find the shine. I've doubted myself, let the fear dictate, but now I see doubt is just love and debate. The voice isn't my enemy, it's my chance to prove I can grow, to rise and advance. I've seen the bottom, now I'm reaching the top, and the climb doesn't end till my heartbeat stops. So bring the doubts, bring the storms and the pain, I'll turn it all into strength unchained. Breaking chains, I'm rising up strong, turning all my doubts into fuel for this song. They can't hold me back, I've claimed my name. The voice in my head will never be the same. Breaking chains, I'm free to believe in the power within, in what I can achieve. This is my fight, my story, my reign. I'm breaking chains, I'm breaking chains. You've gotta lose to learn, starts within.
Whether locked away in cage or mind, together we face this incessant bind, challenging a past we can't erase, replacing it with hope for a better place. Another day, another dawn, another damn thing to get done. Far from home, we still toil away, looking back somewhere we cannot stay, breaking the chains we cannot see. We'll either be damned or we'll be free. Oh, grab the past sharply by the throat. Our sins be damned, will bring hope, forged in the fire of a wicked end. From the ashes we find a friend, brothers in arms made along the way. Birds of a feather will fly away. Another day, another dawn, another damn thing to get done. Far from home, we still toil away, looking back somewhere we cannot What has passed is done and gone. It's time to grab the reins and move on. We'll face this world, but not alone. This new family is now my home. The day is done, so I lay down my head. Who can say what's up ahead? It doesn't matter, nothing's set in stone. And whatever may come, I'm not alone. Another day, another dawn, another damn thing to get done. Far from home, we still toil away. Looking back somewhere we cannot stay. Breaking the chains we cannot see. We'll either be damned or we'll be free. Oh.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to those that are returning, and welcome in to you new people. I see I've got a couple of follows while I was offline, so Mikomi Crod and Voice of Doggo, thank you for following, and I hope you enjoy. Let's go ahead and meet with the rest of the party here.
Hello, hello.
Hello, viewers.
Hello. Hello.
Hola.
Let's go ahead and get
Hola.
you
Hola.
positioned over here. There we go. We got this brought down so we can actually read our session summary for the last session. Take her away, Dungeon Daddy.
Okay. So previously, the Broken Chains found themselves allied with 3 members of the Wyverns as they did battle with their recent traveling companion, Lorcus Kelman, in the dugout basement of a warehouse in Oriakester. 6 quickly sprung into action to contend with their former acquaintance, drawing Lorcus's attention from the party. As the battle ensued, the party watched in horror as Lorcus released what could only be described as rotting cadavers that had been overcome with glimmer, their brains having been removed long before the fight. The rest of the party, along with the Wyverns, contended with these hulking masses and one by one began whittling down their numbers, with Lorcus harvesting their energy to restore his health as he fought 6. With sources of motivation backing our beloved heroes, they began to turn the tide of the fight, which slowly gave rise to a terrifying presence. With 6 having consumed Glimmer to contend with Lorcus, the rest of the party watched in horror as Will began to approach their confrontation. Wreathed in shadow and bathed in what looked like pond scum, Will brutally executed Lorcus, putting an end to the fight beneath the warehouse. We now rejoin our heroes as they try to assess what happened in the conflict and make their escape from the warehouse, with the distant sound of the teeming legion's horns bellowing throughout the slumbering city, before resuming their quest to Rembark's Rest. So, back deep into the dimly lit, darkened cavern, you all have watched Will brutally execute Lorcus, but seems to be calming, and 6 is cognitive for the most part. 6, go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
21.
21. Okay. As you take a deep breath, you can see Lorcus laying in the rubble with Will just to your left. You can see lingering blue energy drifting off of will shifting between dark Icarus blue to light crystalline sky blue as it tapers away, and it kind of turns your attention. You turn around, you see Iris wreathed in that dark black shadow with the burning green lights coming from near the top like eyes. You can just make out her appearance. Turning to the rest of the party, you can see Bird Buddy with lingering energy of silver with hints of gold and dark red. You can see Ruby wreathed in dark sickly green. Liz is almost on fire as she calms down with a vibrant green draconic glow. And you can see the wyverns. They each have similar energies that you've seen in actual fights when you weren't having consumed Glimmer. Wreathed in the same pink, purple, and blue energy. As the energy of the room subsides, they all begin to dully glow, adding to the almost astral sea-like atmosphere of this dark warehouse. What do you guys do?
So,
Nice.
Six.
Six just kind of like kind of regards everybody, like just more looking through them than at them. Like she still has Lorcas's head in her grasp, by the way. Remember last session she ripped it off of
Yes.
him.
Yep.
Like her eyes fall on Iris and she instinctively looks away. And her eyes just kind of drift upwards. Guys, this feels awesome. I can see everyone.
Baby's gonna waddle up to next to her. On the opposite side of Will. And just kind of like hold out a wing, make sure she don't fall, and also simultaneously do what I said I was gonna do. Over DMs.
Yes.
And
go ahead. Ping me to that, and we'll get back to it.
Okay.
Because I can't remember how far back that was.
Iris was knocked back pretty hard, but as she gets up, it's almost kind of like she kind of floats more up and lands on her feet. And in her mind, even though she thinks she's talking out loud, she's still telepathically speaking. Like, Six, you good?
Oh, what does the inside of Six's mind look like to a telepath right now?
Iris, do you try to collect Serpent's thoughts?
She does not have detect thoughts on.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, well, we'll have to come back to that later if you guys decide to do it. There's what BB's doing.
Well,
Right, so go ahead and...
I ask as like the start of the reply. I'm like, if Iris is speaking to me telepathically, wouldn't Iris already get an idea of what the inside of Six's mind looks like? Because Six would respond out loud.
It's not at this point, it's not necessarily a focused connection.
Got you.
Because Iris is still getting attributed to her, accustomed to her powers. It's everyone's kind of hearing this.
Okay, got you. I am here and everywhere. I can feel everything in this room. And you'll notice that she won't look directly at you.
I go over and help Amethyrin up.
Okay.
Can
Well, hold on, guys. BB was.
Sorry.
You wanted to interact with Six first?
Both. While they're doing it, they're gonna kind of like hold, like put a hand. They're very much shorter than Six, but they're gonna like gently touch Six, kind of like. I don't think I have anything else I could use, but kind of like get them to like look, you come back to reality, so to speak, kind of like a rub of the back, kind of tap the shoulder, whatever they can reach. And then at the same time, BB is also going to cast that spell on the corpse. And then if I could, I would like to have spider lilies bloom from such.
Yep. What spell do you cast?
Decompose.
Okay. As you kind of walk past Six, you kind of just gently tap their, like the end of their finger, to let them know that you're there. And you, even if Six isn't aware of it, they try to linger their hand a little longer. Six, you feel almost like you're touching soft morning grass. It's absolutely peaceful. And the rest of you see as Birdbeak goes around and begins the process of casting Decompose. You watch as what remains of Lorcas's body begins to turn a viscous red before shifting into thin, deep red vines that grow up across the rubble. And you see small red spider lilies beginning to pop up in places before the vines turn into a vibrant green.
This is after, I believe, very end of last session. Six already disattached the head.
Yeah, the head is still intact.
Okay, good.
Can I snitch the cloak before it gets overtaken with vines?
Yeah, you as you see BB do this, you kind of like, wait, and as you go to grab it, you watch this happen. All of his clothes remain, and you kind of pull it out, and it's fairly drenched. You kind of turn off the side and kind of whip it real quick. There's still a bit of blood smear, so it's going to need some good washing. But you do have it. You do have his opalescent cloak.
It's mine.
You said that it's done, right?
Mm-hmm. You are still about your wits. But there's a. Sorry. You've watched this happen as you begin to calm down. That tension in all your tendons in your veins relaxing. And you realize you last remember being on the stairs.
Will looks to the stairs, looks at the headless body of Lorcas before it gets overtaken by the flowers, looks at his bloody hand, and just like, did I do that? He isn't horrified, he is just confused. He is severely confused, like, what the fuck?
BB nods. And kind of like walks through they're poisonous, but around the spider lilies in a way. They have one hand on one of Six's free hands, and they got Will's, and then they're just gonna kind of like urge them to all of us to reconvene in the center of the room to to process, so to speak.
Okay. Will and 6, you should have control of your tokens.
Yes. So,
Okay.
if Bird Buddy were to look up, like, to like look 6 in the face, can we move the line here?
Yeah, let me do that because I inadvertently do that.
It's all good. Bird Buddy would see that 6's eyes are still glowing, that sort of a luminescent bluish white color, and it's like the whole sclera is still glowing, but the iris glows a little bit brighter, and then there's the pupil, and there are like glowing veins around her eyes that seem to pulse with light towards the eye itself. Along, like, down her neck, the exposed part of her arms, like on her stomach, everywhere. There's just these pulsating veins of light. And she has no scowl. There's no pain. There's no anger. There's none of the hatred that you guys see. She is just at peace. Finally, sweet peace.
I think this is the first time we've seen, BB's seen Six so at peace, correct?
Yeah, it's euphoria.
Mm-hmm. It's very calm, very peaceful, blissful, but her eyes are glowing similarly to how they were in the barnyard fight.
Yeah, I'm aware. BB's taking notes. There's really not much else I can do at the moment other than what I've already done.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
So, I hear the Teeming Legion. Are we getting the fuck out of here? Or, like, Will, are you good enough to cover for us?
She has a point. We really should leave.
Will, are you okay?
Amatherian will...
Go ahead.
Sorry. I'll say Amatherian will chime in briefly. It's like, while I would like to look around, we probably should go. And you notice all 3 of them have their hands up and are looking at Will.
Are you okay?
Yeah, we're just... Yeah, they kind of rub their fingers against their palms. We're good. And you'll see that Saphira and Amatherian are also kind of side-eyeing Liz. Let's skedaddle. Let's...
You 3 go on
We'll
ahead.
regroup
Get out of here.
Meet us back at the tavern.
You got it. And Popar and Saphira will run over to Amatherian, and you'll see the purple electric energy that's currently courses across his forearm retract into the dragon mark. There's a slight pulse, and all 3 of them disappear. So I'll go remove them from that map.
Realistically speaking, guys, with the cops on the way, we probably should stay. I mean, we're here on Teeming Legion business, so...
He's not wearing his cloak.
I mean, can't he just put it on? Is it in your bag?
I could take out my badge and put it on.
I would recommend doing that. It'll look worse if we flee the scene of a suspected crime. We should stay.
Yeah, I mean, we did deal with the problem, and I was the one who killed the culprit, and while he was saying that, just rambling, he was checking which part of his cloak was not blood-stained, so he could place the badge, and, it wouldn't seem suspicious that that's not covered in blood,
Yep.
Part of it is.
Go ahead and give me a straight intelligence check.
the problem?
All of
Spun
this
like a
is-
top and landed on 20.
All of this is very much above board. Like, having a member of the Teeming Legion here just helps our case. There's no reason for us to leave.
Intelligence, that is a natural 23.
Okay. Simple enough, given the extensive training, blood splatters, as well as your history before joining the Legion. You kind of take a minute, you kind of eye that while your right hand, oh sorry, your Will's left-handed or right? I can't remember.
Left-handed.
While your left hand is coated in what remains of Lorcas's blood, you can see that some of it has splashed up to where you normally pin it. So you just kind of pin it a little bit higher, and you're still able to get the be able to pass it.
Okay.
I need perception checks from everybody. 6 at advantage.
Do I need to?
You can. I mean, if you wanted to go with your passive 23, that's fine.
Otherwise, I gotta roll. Okay, let's roll.
Everyone, including me.
I don't see shit.
Okay,
19.
I'm so glad I rolled.
I rolled so good.
A 22.
This is investigation, correct? Right?
Perception.
Perception. Put them in no mics.
It's okay. I'll try.
Oh, well, you tell me. Everybody else put them in no mic, just so we're not.
Natural 28.
Bam.
Oh.
Okay. Everybody catches this, even you, Liz. That shortly after the wyvern vanish, you can hear the distant unlocking of the warehouse doors and what sounds to be probably 5 to 10 soldiers, and their footsteps kind of echoing across the stonework. And
Well,
you all,
sorry.
as you all kind of look up, at first you think to look to the stairwell, but then you remember the giant hole that Bird Buddy put in the ceiling above
I'm
the
gonna
desk.
go ahead and put my hands up.
Okay. You guys see a member of the Teeming Legion. Hood is up, so you can't quite make out the face. Cloak is over their left side with their crossbow out. What's going on down here?
I'm just gonna point to Will. He's a cop. He's one of you.
Will just stand still, holding onto his push dagger that's obviously bloody, along with his hand and parts of his cloak.
I am still holding the head.
We followed a trail from Trustfell and found some glimmer.
Which is a drug. A very bad drug. You had a drug problem.
Ruby.
I could see some kind of liquid dissipating from the floor. One second. What's the way down there? And he starts motioning a couple of soldiers to go around the hole.
There should be some stairs.
He kind of lowers and he gets oddly close. He kind of crouches down and tilts his head to the left and points to the southeast corner. And sure enough, about 10 seconds later, 3 more members of the Legion come out. 2 of them with blades drawn, one of them with another crossbow.
I put my sword away.
Okay.
Ruby's actively tucking the cloak into her tits.
Ruby.
Bird Buddy still got their hand raised with wills and sixes.
Ruby, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check as you're trying to stuff evidence into your bra.
Can I say that has a little help?
Do you want to give him a buff of some kind? Sure.
Yes. I'm actually going to do the guidance.
Okay. Add a
And I'm gonna
D4 to it.
do my own buff on top of it too.
I think this is still just before midnight, so you don't have luck back.
And that's not what I'm talking about.
The other buff.
Gotcha.
Wait, what was it? Do I want to use that one or the other one? Hang on.
Yeah, you gotta let me know.
Yeah, I'll DM you.
Yep.
Give me 1 second while I find it really quick.
As the
Okay,
as the soldiers are coming down, Iris is gonna like walk over to stand at Liz's side, but it's for her in this state. It's not so much as a normal walk; it's almost like walking on the moon. It's just a slight, like a foot or so extra float to it, and
When-
she just kind of like she's trying to kind of find someone to be next to.
When Iris gets a little bit closer, Liz's wing like droops down a little bit, like where she would stand next to her, kind of like
1 second.
a hey buddy thing. Just, but less talking, more just body language, kind of welcoming her to the side.
Okay. Ruby, what's the what'd you get for that check?
Okay, what does Bird Buddy's thing give me?
A D4.
D4.
Guidance, I think, is before, yeah.
Yeah, it's a D4.
Technically, I could do that and the spiritual inspiration.
Okay, so I rolled two
I like
17s.
that one.
So 17.
Okay.
Then +3, plus what else? Where's the other one? +1. So that's 17 plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 21.
As you kind of as you see Bird Buddy's kind of like tilting her head for you to hurry up, giving a quick little inspiration. You're stuffing it, and just as the guard, as you have your back to the guard, that's up at the top of the rubble on the first floor, just before the other guards come from around the stairs. You kind of get that last little bit in, and sticks for the very briefest moments. It looks like Ruby's stuffing a vibrant green bowler hat into her bra.
Nothing new for me, but with the cops coming downstairs, I'm just gonna drop the head and just keep my bloody hands up. And yeah, they're gonna see that I have indulged in glimmer. Like, the eyes are glowing, everything's fucking glowing.
I don't know if they're familiar with glimmer.
Let me give these doofuses an investigation.
BB's gonna actively shout at them, don't touch the wet stuff on floor.
Okay.
Don't touch the wet.
As you say that, BB, you do see that one of the guards stops their foot about an inch above the surface before retracting and going back around. One of the another teaming legion comes up to the rest of you as you all begin to kind of gather in the center. Well, definitely looks like glimmer if the rumors are true. Is your friend okay? And he kind of points to Six, who's just
I'm fine.
One of the shelves of the glimmer fell onto her, and she got yeah.
All right. Well, and you'll see. He kind of looks over to his shoulder, and the third one that has a crossbow still trained on you guys from the stairs. They nod. And it's like, oh, he was at the barracks the other day when you guys met with the lieutenant. If you all don't mind, what tavern are you all staying at?
The Vulgar Pauldron.
Vulgar Pauldron. Okay. Well, if you don't mind, we'll clean up here. I'll talk with the lieutenant about to come meet with you guys regarding your testimonies. And he kind of looks to you again, Ruby. He's like, you seem like a healer. Make sure your friend's taken care of before you guys turn in.
I will do my best. I only have one. I'm not really yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
We'll send a healer by in the morning with the lieutenant as well. Then.
Will just calmly approaches one of his fellow legionnaires and essentially gives him the murder weapon.
Your push dagger?
Yeah.
Okay. He unfurls a small piece of cloth. Thank you, Private. And you'll see that this is a Master Sergeant with the added etchings across the outside of the badge. You gently fold the dagger up. Where did you kill him? Or by the...
From what I saw.
He's under all the rocks.
The ones with the flowers growing out of it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Phoebe pikes up at the flowers. Be careful, poison.
I was gonna lay it closer to the scene, but maybe I'll just hold on to it. All of you, I need everybody to give persuasion checks.
Oh boy.
Please.
This is fun.
Ooh.
I don't know why I'm bothering to even look.
Persuasion.
You said perception? Or persuasion?
Persuasion.
Okay.
I did not roll the best on that
28.
one.
A 19, no modifier.
17.
28, and that is
24.
not an unnatural. That is not a natural.
Nice.
My dice need
Iris?
to go hang out with Kimber again.
May, please.
Dirty 21.
Iris, what's your persuasion?
24.
Nice.
But it's more just, affecting everyone's minds so that they're more perceptive of, they were more receptive of us. She's not saying anything.
When we go to move Iris, Liz is going to place a heavy hand on Iris's shoulder to keep her from moon bouncing.
I love it. All right. Right.
And then there's going to be one hand to grip that hand for support.
All of you.
Baby is going to go and do one more thing. Sorry.
Yep.
Baby is going to point at the head and spine of Lorcus and make the most cute dog eyes that they can and say, "Please keep. Please keep."
Oh, it's on the floor. You can grab it. Like, Six dropped it.
Well, they're more so asking, like,
The guard.
The Legion, if they could take the head.
With how well everybody did, and the fact that you got a 28, you got the Master Sergeant kind of looks to you. It's almost midnight. I'm assuming that's the victim or the culprit, whatever you want to call him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Subject. Suspect.
I didn't see it. He just kind of waves it off. I didn't even see it go. Take it.
Excellent.
takes it up, prestidigitations it, and wraps it around like a scarf.
Okay. As you all start making your way out of the warehouse, you make your way.
Can I?
Are you gonna? What do you got?
I'm not
Are you
making my
worried about
way.
your?
I'm not making my way out of the warehouse yet. I'm gonna actually ask Liz to stay behind with me and let the others go ahead.
Okay.
But once.
Ruby, can you take Iris?
Oh yeah, sure. Come on, honey.
Just trying to keep Iris from bouncing in front of the guards.
And she has the slight mental awareness that her face isn't right, so she kind of just tucks the tendrils and everything under her black little handkerchief and walks out.
Yeah.
I'll go stand next to Liz 6.
My hands are still up because, I mean, she doesn't have a weapon. Well, she does have a weapon, you know. She is the weapon. Sergeant. My friend lied to you. The shelf didn't fall on me. I willingly took the glimmer to protect my friends.
I can vouch for that.
I've never had it before, and I don't know what it will do to me. But I'm willing to cooperate if I need to spend a night in a cell.
Well, unfortunately, we're a little short-handed on healers.
I'll keep an eye on her. We're sharing a room back at our tavern.
Have one of your other allies share the room with you. Take turns, keep an eye on her. And we'll have a healer by in the morning. But I'll make a note of that in the report.
While I still have my faculties, I'm sorry for whatever I may do.
I think you'll be fine.
You all be safe getting back.
And I'll follow alongside Liz. Like, I'm fucking close. I'm scared. Like, yeah, I'm feeling at peace, but it's still scary.
Does 6 pull away if Liz places a hand on her shoulder?
No.
You are actually pulled kind of almost close to Liz, and there is a wing protecting you from other people looking too.
So as you all make your way up, the rest of you kind of linger and wait for Liz and 6 start making your way back to the tavern. 6, as the adrenaline kind of kicked down, you're taking everything in. Everyone still has those subtle glows, with the exception of Will. His glow is gone. The torch light almost seems to burn a bit brighter. The stars are shining. The clouds are almost transparent. And the kind of the cool spring night kind of washes over your body. I need another wisdom save.
14.
14. Okay.
Can I give her advantage on any of these wisdom saves, like trying to keep her focused?
Which little feature perk are you using again?
I don't have any perks to do this. I'm like,
oh, you're just aiding.
Yeah, like I'm just like trying to help, like keeping her like engaged with me.
Yeah. If you're gonna help, go ahead and give a advantage.
Double 14s.
Double 14. Damn. So as you're making your way, as all of you are making your way back to the city, 6, you were taking in all of these sights. And ever so faintly, still kind of echoing in the air, you can still hear those voices of, "It was your fault. It was your fault. And why did you leave? You should have stayed." But you feel Liz kind of pull you a little bit closer. And as you do, you kind of take in your surroundings again. And you can see, deferring from last time when you guys were making your way to the warehouse, and even from the day before, at least to you, it looks like Orchester has advanced slightly. Windows are a lot less crude. There's thin, like almost metallic-like tubing coming from the roofs that kind of drapes across. For the briefest of moments, it looks like a couple of the torches are more like the lamps of Advalor, especially down in Stonegate and Earturf. And they kind of rub your eyes and focus. Some of those elements still kind of linger.
Liz will occasionally repeat, "We're in Oriakester, we're not home. We're in Oriakester."
I can hear... I hear voices.
I'll calm down once the drug's out of your system, I promise.
They're telling me it's my fault. It's my fault.
It's not your fault.
Does Iris hear them?
Nope.
Okay.
We're a little bit back.
Yeah.
It isn't your fault, 6.
Oh God, what have I done?
What you had to do. Liz is very warm. Like, even in the chilly air, her hands are warm. But like her body itself exudes heat.
All right. I'm assuming you guys just book it right to the tavern?
Oh yeah, we're not leaving. We're not keeping 6 out while this is going on.
I will say
They
this.
don't.
I will say this. Though.
What's up?
Well, just
But
as he's walking, like he's not looking at the girls or baby. He's just like, be honest. What did I do? What happened?
We'll talk about it in
Phoebe.
the morning.
Maybe you were trying to say something?
Sorry.
Yes, BB actually is going to step behind everybody, like slowly, little bit by bit, just kind of like be the last one in their little caravan thing, and then just kind of keep an eye out on everything that they can that gets their attention.
All right.
And
Give
then
me, if you're actively looking, give me another perception check.
19 plus 8.
18 plus 8, 27. Okay. As you continue, as you kind of step back and kind of get between the main group and then listen 6, you can keep an eye on everybody. As you guys are approaching the tavern, you guys can see that one of the lenses has been left on BB's cart with the number 9 etched into it. Thinking probably 9 a.m. at some point to meet. But BB, just across the street and up on the second floor, you hear the faintest caw of a raven, and you look and you can see, as it's kind of eyeing the rest of you, it focuses in on 6 slightly, and as it turns to leave, you can see the briefest of moments, the dark beady eye turn a thickly red before it takes off and begins to, at least you can tell, begins to circle.
He starts cawing back at it.
Okay. It caws once or twice, but is trying to remain quiet.
Maybe waves then, and then just looks into its thing.
But as you all make your way into the tavern, the barmaid, the barkeeper's wife, is still up through the night. She kind of gives you all a quick nod, remembering you from earlier in the evening. But they're still tidying up and paying no mind. So what do you guys do?
I'm getting Six up to our room. Sorry.
I follow Six and Liz, and I'll kind of hand Iris off to. Well, can you make sure she gets back to our room? I'm gonna follow these two.
Your room's 13, right?
No, I think we had 8.
Okay.
By this
7.
time,
No?
yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
By this time, she has reverted back, but she's very quiet. Kind of partially in shock about what happened.
Will looks at the barkeep's wife and says, "If it's not too late, can I have 2 mugs of mead for me and my friend?"
Yeah, certainly. And sets out a tray, quickly pours a couple mugs. Take them to your room if need be. I'll have my husband retrieve them in the morning.
Okay. He takes out the coin that's needed to pay, place it on the table. The change could be a tip.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead and knock off like a silver for the 2. It's simple mead, nothing special about it.
You want to swap maps for us?
Yeah.
DM?
Yes. Yep. Ruby, you were saying something.
Yeah, I'm following Six and Liz up to their room.
Okay.
Hey, Liz, could we get her in and could you wait outside a moment? I think I can do something to help a little.
You okay with that, Six? I'll stand watch outside while Ruby helps.
Okay.
I sit her down on her bed, and she gets. Liz is going full mom friend mode. She gets her hair messed with a little bit.
Aww.
What do I see right now with the 14?
With the 14, everything's still the same from the walk back. The warmth coming from Liz and coming from the candlelight seems to be a bit more intense. So you kind of feel a little bit of the sweat coming down. Nothing insane, nothing like worrying, but all the light in the room is a lot more intense.
Yeah, I'm like trying to shield my eyes from it while also like disrobing down to just the bindings to try and cool off.
Ruby will she'll get a cold wash rag and just kind of gently wipe her off a little to help her cool down. And she'll do this while doing that thing I DM'd you about.
Yep. Hold on a second.
I'll leave flavoring to you.
Ruby,
You sent the flavor? Or...
Ruby, you'll notice that Six won't look at you either.
6.
Yeah.
You all right, dear?
can see you.
I can see you too.
Not you.
What do you mean then?
Other you. The you. Green.
Oh, my magic?
I don't know.
You'll be okay. We've got you.
There was a hat. And she'll kind of like draw the shape of a bowler hat like on her leg, but she's not looking as she draws it.
Ruby, go ahead and give me a composure check.
Why? Why do you do this to me?
I see you.
16.
16. You know exactly what she's talking about. And it does startle you for a moment, but you kind of try to hasten through and you focus, trying to channel your patron's will. And 6, as you're talking about this green, the green sickly light gives way to a more vibrant green, ever so slightly, and intensifies.
It tries to hide, but I can see it. It doesn't want
Ruby,
to.
as 6 says this, the spell you channeled into her failed. You felt it go in, but it didn't clear her head.
That shit's a little stronger than I thought. Alright. I'll try it one more time. Being a little bit more stubborn with my concentration on it.
You try it again. Go ahead. Give me an Arcana check.
I fucking hate those. Oh, 17.
17. Okay.
I have a plus 1 in Arcana.
As you focus in and trying to bring your patron's will forward, you focus in, you get everything perfect. And again, it fails. And you hear ever so slightly in the back of your voice, in the back of your head, this is not something we're capable of quite yet.
The heart beats, but it whispers rumors.
Are you talking about me?
It lies.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you. Ruby will stand up and she'll gently kind of like tuck 6 in a little.
Okay.
Try and get some rest, dear, and hopefully we'll wear off by the morning.
He tries. He cares. In his own way.
He does. See you tomorrow. Ruby will step out and look to Liz. That shit is so fucked.
I'm beginning to see that.
Oh. Okay. If you need me, I'm down the hall.
I hope we don't need to do anything in the morning.
Hopefully not. We just gotta talk to somebody for a bit. Hopefully it will be worn off by then, but...
I'm not talking about 6.
Oh, you're just physically tired. Okay, well... Trying to get some sleep if you can. Although I know you can't.
I'll be up taking care of 6 if you need anything.
Alright. Good luck.
Thanks.
And Ruby heads off towards her room.
Liz enters back in. Very slowly, very carefully, trying to keep from setting off 6, just in case.
Okay.
As she is bound up, tucked in, nice and comfy, but she is panting and sweating.
Did Ruby leave the water?
Yes.
Liz is gonna help with some of the heat. Or at least try to.
Okay. As you go ahead and give me a medicine check, actually.
I have an idea.
Hmm.
I would like to use my armor of a Zooth to cool down my own body temperature.
Medicine check at advantage. I like that.
I know, like, you know, as a player, cool. As a DM, oh, that's clever. I like that a lot.
Yeah. I'll give you the advantage, but also take an inspiration die to use later.
Okay.
That's really cool.
Sprinkle.
Ha ha. Cool. Ha.
Ha,
Ha, ha, ha.
It wasn't on purpose, you fuckers.
Hang on. Okay, I need to stop laughing so I can roll. Hang on.
Oh.
Guys.
What?
Nat
I don't
20?
need to roll again.
Nat
You
20?
nat 20?
I nat 20.
Yeah!
Nice.
Fucking finally.
Guess the
How many
dice will-
sessions has it taken you?
Fuck off. Oh my gosh, I did it.
To be fair, Liz does have a very heavy burden on her shoulders that doesn't really help her rolls. But as you...
My medicine is +3, so 23.
23, okay. As you focus in on 6, you know, the intense sweat, there's already a bit of a damp spot beginning to form from where she's laying. And you think back to the fight. And that voice calling you a coward. In this moment, you don't care. You know this is right. And you focus in, you feel your breath reach out of your throat and begins to cool. And it forms around your brow and just under your cheekbone, just above your cheekbones, framing your face. And in this moment where you begin to expect the icicles to form across your shoulders, it begins to form into the cloth. They begin to form into the cloth to the perfect amount. And you get an extra moment and wrap another cloth around it, so not to completely overwhelm 6. And as you kind of rest, 6 almost immediately calms, and you can see, while 6 does have a potentially rough night ahead, it's already working its way out of her system. The glow is much less intense. The shimmering in her eyes is beginning to fade.
Is there a chair that I can sit in comfortably in the room?
Yes.
I'm just sitting in it at her bedside just in case.
Okay. We'll get to the rest of you guys in the morning. Liz, I need a con save to push yourself through the night. And 6, I need one last wisdom save.
Alrighty.
11.
7.
Oh no.
Oh.
Might not need the con save to wake up.
Liz, as you spend what feels like hours, time almost extending, you're just focusing. You slowly move the cloth across Styx's shoulders and lay a warmer one on her head, kind of keep her grounded. You feel your eyelids beginning to drift shut. 6. While you no longer hear those voices distant echoing from the warehouse, you feel the warmth intensify slightly and almost flicker and waver. And almost ethereally, you hear a raspy, heavy breathing, distant, echoing. You kind of shut your eyes and focus. For the briefest of moments, all that you see is a street. You're laying on your side. Somewhere in the distance, you can see rock the pavement in the rock beginning to crumble away, the buildings, and those same burning green eyes and that black shadow begin to peek up out of the top. And you shut your eyes, you hear a deafening roar, and then silence. But then you hear a voice, as if it was right next to you. And you open your eyes. You're laying on a fantastically soft mattress, one you remember. You see Dizzy laying next to you, eyes open, a little worried. Sometime before the incident and sometime after you left Saddlelift. Are you okay? You look like you had a bad dream.
I'm okay, kiddo. Bad dreams just happen. That's all they are. They're just nightmares. They'll go away. Are you okay?
I'm okay. When we played Biggest Monster earlier, I think we both kind of got a little too intense. You kind of startled me, but I think I won this time. You looked really scared.
Yeah, you got me good. Come here, kiddo. And she'll, kind of try to pull her sister in for snuggles.
Okay. And you pull her in, the warmth of your sister, this long lingering memory that feels so real. The mattress and sheets feel like feathers and bliss. And you kind of hold her, you close your eyes. You eventually hear the sound of chirping. You wake up in the tavern. Liz snoring next to you, her head on the mattress. And all that lingers from that night is a crawling, itchy sensation across your body where you remember seeing the glowing light. Liz and 6, despite your best efforts, you both suffer a point of exhaustion.
I figured. I was prepared for that.
But other than that,
I don't stir until 6 actually goes to get up or she wakes.
You'll probably come to hearing her cry, softly. She doesn't want anyone to hear it, so she's just kind of doing that stealth cry, right?
Yeah. but I'm just too like surface sleeping to not wake up to it. 6 would watch as Liz's ears like flap a little bit, hearing it. Hey, good morning. What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm fine.
You're crying. Come here.
It's just a dream.
Those are the worst.
I dreamed of my sister.
Do you want a hug?
You know what? Yeah.
Liz has her arms already up, waiting for 6 to come over to her.
Just a flump against. Are you still wearing armor?
I don't wear armor.
Oh, okay. So just, yeah, a flump against, like, Liz's chest.
Liz, her claws are blunt, and she's literally, like, scratching 6's head. I won't tell you it's going to be okay. Because I don't know when it will be.
There's not. It's. She's already gone.
The dreams of the happy times are the worst, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm going to wipe my eyes and then my nose on Liz.
She would probably actually get a nice and close-up view of Liz's rings.
Yeah.
Rings, like close enough to tell how
You-
old you are, like.
No, you see a set of gold rings dangling from a necklace. One of them is noticeably a little smaller.
Yeah. So I know that you can't see me like physically acting, but like she's like reaching towards them, but not like to grasp, more to cradle.
They have inscriptions on the inside.
Are they in Draconic?
One of them is.
Well, I can't read that one, but can I read the other one?
No, you cannot.
Does she know what it is?
Do I know what it is?
You mean intelligence check?
Oh boy, because I'm super smart and groggy and smart too.
Yeah, I would say through the tears and the bubbling nose, give me disadvantage.
Oh, great. That's exactly what I need. Yeah, because I'm, so smart and everything, and you gotta get me a handicap. That's a 18, actually.
Wow.
Oh.
Shit. Due to how small it is, it's a language you've come across recently, but you can't make out exactly what it is.
You know you're supposed to put these on your finger.
I worry about people knowing.
Knowing what? That you wear jewelry?
That I have someone back home that I'm worried about.
That's a fair point.
Remember, Exile or death.
Yeah. I'll tuck the rings back underneath the cloth and kind of fix it. I won't say anything.
I'll talk about it when I'm ready.
I know.
Just like we'll talk about you when you're ready.
I'm starving.
I would love some coffee. At this moment, Six would probably notice that there's a bowl of water, some rags in Liz's hands.
Yep.
Oh, that's a hell of a party. Oh, I heard all over.
Let's never do that again.
I am probably pretty bruised as shit. I took a beating last night.
Yeah, you're pretty roughed up.
And neither
Not
of us
the
got
worst.
long rest.
Yep, neither of us got long rests, or even rested well, so we didn't get, the benefits of long rest. I am beat to fuck right now. I have 27 out of 58 HP.
Oof.
I get to reset everything.
I have less than half of my hit points.
Come see the love doctor, I guess.
Jesus. But as the two of you kind of right yourselves and wipe away snot and lingering memories, we are going to jump over to, I think it was Ruby and Iris that were roomed together, right?
Yes.
Iris, you, for the first time, had a peaceful night's sleep, no nightmares, despite the events of last night. But the first thought that comes to your head when you wake up was that simple phrase of, you don't have to be scared.
Iris had gotten sit up from when she slept, and she looked over at this small ashy pile where she had taken all of the that extra skin and everything that had grown. By the time she got back up to her room, it turned into just dead white skin, and she had to make a whole thing of just tearing it off and put it in a corner, and then use firebolt on it just to burn it. And she just looks at it, and she stares at that little ashy pile for a second, and she did prestidigitation to clean it up, and kind of just wordlessly gets up and goes to check on Six.
You mean Ruby? Or yeah, Brain.
She's not really thinking about Ruby or anything. She's just concerned in her own head. But go ahead, Ruby. Sorry.
Ruby's also gonna get up and she's like putting herself together, cleaning off the blood and whatnot from last night because I imagine she didn't clean up too well.
Mm-hmm.
But she'll also make her way over with Iris to go see Six.
All right. We'll come back to you guys when we come into a group then. Bird Buddy and Will, how are you guys waking up?
Well,
In the
just
car.
sorry. Right.
Bird Buddy basically they spent the night until Will went to sleep, and then they went out to their cart and spent the rest of the night in the cart. So
Okay.
Bird Buddy is outside.
All right, we'll come back to you then. Will, what are you doing?
Well, after waking up, he's just. I mean, I figured the night before he washed off the blood, took a bath, thought about the fact that this was the first time he ever blacked out. And It's been a lingering thought even the morning after. And he just hopes that the girls could tell him what the hell happened.
Okay. Give me a perception check as you head out the door.
Okay, let's see.
That's another 27.
Good
Well,
lord.
BB, if you're in your car, it's just Will right now. Because you said you spent the night in your cart.
After making sure Will went to sleep comfortably, yeah.
Yeah. This is the next morning, so we're
Okay.
good.
22.
22. As you gather your things, and focus in, and try to make sense of it. Any kind of a lingering memory. Ever so slightly, as you're about to close the door, you hear your voice come from inside the room. Did you enjoy it?
Will froze before looking back and peeks into the room.
With that perception check, you don't see anything. Nothing's out of the ordinary.
Will just sighs and closes the door.
Okay.
Just... he knew it was only a matter of time before someone says that he's going crazy, and now he's starting to believe it.
Okay. As you head out, we'll jump over to BB.
Oh.
Because I was not aware they were going to be taxidermying a skull today. And as you wake up, your fresh new prize sitting in a mason jar on a shelf. You look over to where you keep your tome. It's laying on the banister of the inside of what would be your sales window. And sometime through the night, that same raven had appeared
Mhm.
and is sitting on your book, just eyes on you.
Baby says hello.
Paws back, but it does kind of stomp its little clawed foot onto the book. You can gather just by the behavior that this does seem to be an ally, and while it isn't distinct enough to be the others you've seen, this is a new raven.
Are you here to be friends?
Tilts its head a
Uh-oh.
moment, and as it kind of does a little side hop, it takes takes its foot and lifts top of the tome. And as it does so, it jumps back as the cover flips open and begins to shift through the pages.
Baby says okay. And then just watches and pays attention.
And it does. The book changes to a story you're not. While you're familiar with the location, you've never gotten any interesting intel from it or anything regarding your allies or these odd images of stories, of old stories. But ever so briefly, you see the image of an airship where wings kind of unfurl from the side, distinctly different from the airships that you've heard about of Advalor. And underneath it, you hear, or you see, beloved friends abroad. And for the briefest of moments, you can see what looks to be two figures idly chit-chatting, drinking. One of them's kind of at the helm as the picture shifts. And as you're about to see as you see the whole starboard side and you're about to see the stern, it disappears off the page and pools into the wood slightly.
Do the figures have any specific build?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check as it makes that left off of your page.
Figures. 21.
21?
21.
21. You see what looks to be some kind of a half-elven man briefly. As the blood kind of begins to disperse across the wood and begins to fade. And as the half-elven man disappears, you see what looks to be a beautiful elven woman. Regal, probably noble of some kind, but not from Rudania. And as it lingers before it begins to dissipate, you see that image shift again before the pool disperses and evaporates.
It shifts how?
In a way you're familiar with. I will DM you.
Okay.
If I can spell. There we go.
More book shenanigans.
Because nothing's more wholesome than a blood book.
Yay!
Does Phoebe recognize anything else specific about this character?
No.
No?
Okay. The changes were too quick, but you saw the two distinct figures and it tried shifting to a third before dispersing.
Phoebe is going to linger their fingers on that page for a second. And then looks at the bird, says, "Thank you."
It kind of pops up on the page and up onto your arm, gets to your shoulder, and kind of looks, and you can see that your display doors are still slightly open as the sunlight's beginning to come through. And there's a slight little nuzzle and kind of pecks you in the side of the temple and takes off. I want you to add proficiency in Necrol to your languages for being able to read it. And your other, and yeah.
He's very happy. They're gonna go ahead and make sure that the job is well underway for the drinking of and preservation of Lorcas' head and spine. And then they're going to just go and kind of, I guess at this point, find everybody else because they probably wonder where their whole Phoebe's at.
Yeah, by this point, everyone's kind of pooled down into the main area of the tavern at the table that Styx claimed a couple nights back, idly
And
chit-chatting, checking on her.
they're going to skip in, and they're like do the whole slamming of the doors open and kind of like dancing and prancing across the floor until they're safe. Saying friends, friends, friends.
Hey, bird buddy. Was wondering where you went.
Liz is like half asleep on the counter with a coffee. G4, loud.
Bird Buddy comes up next. It's obvious that those two are not feeling the greatest, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Six currently has a cup of like ice water, and she's just leaning her head against the glass, like in her hand, and just resting with her eyes closed.
Iris is sitting next to her after, giving her a worried hug the first time she saw her, but seeing that she seems a little down, she just kind of just feel seeing her.
Can I, while I'm sitting nearby Six, can I just healing elixir her?
Mm-hmm.
I was also going to do something, so.
Oh.
Double healing.
Double heal.
Oh, not well, sort of healing, but not healing.
Oh, wait, am I receiving healing?
Yes, you are.
Maybe it depends. I'd like to use Restlessness of the Dead.
I'm sorry, use what?
Restlessness of the Dead.
1 second. Is that a class
you
thing?
You get 8 HP.
I will.
For me.
Sure, I will message you.
Thank you. Got you. Go ahead and roll that, BB.
Okay.
Ruby, how much did you give back to Six?
8.
8.
This is for everybody that can hear me.
So
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah, it's a 5.
5. Okay. As you, Ruby, as you're kind of gently drifting your hand over, this is over Six's shoulders from right to left. The elixir of life pulling out of the center of your palm. You begin to heal Six, and as you're doing so, it's the friends that BB is saying. It's excited. It's authentic. This is probably the closest to a human you guys have seen BB this entire time. And you all gain back 5 hit points if you need it.
I mean, I'm fine. I never took a hit of damage last night.
Like everybody in the tavern that can hear Vivi gets this benefit. That can hear.
Yeah, this bird
heal now.
This bird is particularly lively this morning.
I didn't need HP. I just need exhaustion removed.
Sadly, does not qualify.
Rip.
There's no spell for that.
There is.
There is, but you guys don't have access to it yet.
Though Iris is, only barely touched her food, she's on her second glass of mead.
How was everybody situated at the table?
I'm sitting near Six.
Okay.
I'm on the other side of Six.
Six is probably at the head of the table with Ruby and Liz on opposing sides.
Yep, in that giant ass chair, and she's lounging in it. So like, a legs over one arm, lean back against the other arm, her elbow on
Like
the
a yard.
yeah, like a jarl. And like her elbows on the arm that she's leaned up against, and she's leaning her forehead against the cool glass.
This feels like the first time I went drinking with Imrodel.
It feels
It
like
does.
As for Will, he's just sitting at the table, probably across from the girls.
it feels like the first time we went drinking.
What'd you say,
Baby
Venus?
is.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Who is Emordell, by the way?
She's my. Well, I don't know if you can call her my best friend anymore, but back home she was my best friend. She made Sky Warden.
Oh, okay.
Is that an important rank?
Yeah, she's off doing her own thing now. She's no longer stuck in the city.
It's pretty high ranking. You get to control an airship. Pretty much.
Yeah, she's protecting
Yeah.
the skies.
At the mention of an airship, BB opens their book. They're
Oh.
sitting in the middle of the table.
It's a blank page.
No, BB's going to draw the airship that they saw this time around. Because they saw one once before. Is it
Not
the
in your
same
tome
thing?
not in your tome in like a standard piece of parchment.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that is still important. But yeah, you watch BB rather vigorously. Go ahead and give me a dex check there, BB, to see how well you do it.
I do it pretty well. That's a dex check.
Mhm.
And that's where that's adding a modifier, correct?
Yeah, D20 plus your dex mod, because
That's
you're not proficient in drawing.
23.
While you don't quite get it to the level of detail that the book did, the rest of you watch as BB draws a fairly unique airship. It's definitely not ad valorem, as it doesn't have the blimp-like balloon held from the bow and stern. It has almost bird-like wings of metal that unfurl. I need... Yeah, it's long enough. Yeah, go ahead and give me history checks, everybody. 6 at
Okay.
advantage.
6
Me-
and
Wait, me at advantage?
6 at advantage.
so
what's,
straight.
what's the history of for? I missed something.
The airship that BB is trying to draw.
So you get a straight
19.
roll because all of our checks are at disadvantage.
Dirty 20.
Oh right.
That's how that works, right? Hang on.
Might as well be,
That's a
but
15.
19.
14.
I'm confirming.
is that everybody?
I'm confirming that it's at disadvantage.
6, go ahead and reroll.
No, you have a straight roll, Liz.
I do too.
Yep, everybody has a straight roll.
We have
Except-
disadvantage on ability checks because of exhaustion.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So 6 has a straight roll. I have a
Yes.
disadvantage.
That's right. Yes, I forgot about the exhaustion points. Good check. Good
6,
catch.
go ahead and reroll if you want. If you want a better than a 14, dear. Mm,
6?
Yeah.
Angel? Do you want to reroll?
I can try.
Okay, go ahead. I'm giving you one of my lucks.
That's a 16.
Better than a 14.
It's better than a 14.
Liz, what did you get?
11.
11. Simple
rolled
enough check.
I rolled a 16 and then a 10.
Oof. Simple enough check. Simple enough of a check, even with that 11. This is an airship that all of you would be aware that has been spotted across Rudania. And it's distinctly Zadaletan style. This belonging to some kind of an ambassador.
And BB again says, friend.
Do you know this person?
Friend.
Helpful.
Yeah, simple enough insight check. It's a definite no.
Still, to fly.
It's not all that great.
You want to fly sometime?
It's not as cool as you think it is. At least not when you're flying in the cargo hold.
Flying is amazing. It's like freedom.
Yeah, try that when you're bound up in a sarcophagus.
We can fix that. Would you like to fly?
Are you offering rides right now?
Potentially. Maybe when I'm not feeling like actual crap.
I'll,
I guess.
I might take you up on that, but right now I'm kind of happy with my feet on the ground.
I have feather falling, so if Liz gets loose claws, I can catch you.
Well,
I will not drop you.
At least you got a vote of confidence.
Right?
Just, I've always seen people flying by in those things.
It's not
And
as
you
fun in
fly.
the airship. You don't have control. No loop-de-loops, no flips.
BB's pretending to fly on the table.
With that, all of you will hear a familiar but now tired voice of, I was wondering when you guys were going to be waking up. You can see Lieutenant Ravenstar looks like shit compared to the last time you saw him. You could tell he's clearly been up through the night, helping the sergeant with his investigation. There is some kind of a healer, maybe a druid, kind of timid, kind of peeking out from around the shoulder. So I got most of the details. But what exactly happened? And you can see that there's a couple of their soldiers that are getting people up the stairs and like out the door.
Liz
The
is
tavern.
incredibly straight. The military background is immediately apparent.
I'm still sitting like a
BB's
jarl.
Will also. Actually, no, he stands up.
BB's laying in the middle of the table, their head in their palms, kicking their feet, laying on the stomach.
Not a care in the world.
So
He doesn't care.
you all got in a conflict with this Braden Summer individual.
What did we call him?
Lorcas.
Lorcas. Did he have a last name? Doesn't matter, he's dead.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Where's his head?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I suppose we probably don't want to bring that out in the middle of a tavern, do we?
Officially, it is a part of the floor.
Yeah, I heard about your friend's growing collection, and he kind of eyes over to BB. Will, Private Wilhelm, you dealt a killing blow, correct?
Yes, but I admit that I blacked out, sir.
There's a lot going on.
Well,
First,
Yeah.
he
judging
he ex-
from
sorry.
judging from the damage, it certainly looked at. What
Can I
were
Can I give
in
a full
those?
report on the cadavers, from what I know and saw?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can I
Do you
give a
want
full
to?
report on the cadavers from what I saw? Because I guess I was stuck just watching, so I got to see everything.
I was actually about to have him ask what was in the tanks. So if any of you want to tell directly, or if you guys want to be sneak, it's up to you guys.
Will
How
can't
you guys
say
want to roll this?
because he had blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
Liz
Bird
looks to
Buddy plays charades
Okay,
and mimics zombies.
I vote to play charades with Bird Buddy.
I will verbally explain what we saw because these two are pulling fucking shenanigans.
Well, no, because
Iris will back her up.
Bird Buddy is like trying to talk, and Liz is trying to help.
One is being serious, the other's doing shenanigans.
Okay, you forget Bird Buddy can't speak very well.
I know, that's you, that's your form of talk. Liz is doing shenanigans.
I'm not doing shenanigans.
Liz is legit trying to help.
I'm trying to interpret Bird Buddy's charades.
Oh, he's gonna he's gonna need the help. He's a tired puppy right now.
Ruby will explain what they're doing.
Okay, so Ravenstar, given the kind of stern, by the book demeanor, he's kind of sits at the other end of the table from Six. He's kind of gently rubbing at his temples now. So there were undead, not zombies or ghouls, and they were glowing like glimmer.
It seems Master Lorcus used the glimmer to help control them.
For fuck's sake, do we have to do this now, man? Can we, nap or something? Fuck.
Unfortunately, they need our testimony as soon as possible so we don't start forgetting.
So they had these zombies filled with glimmer.
It
And we're
looks
trying
like they healed him. He could suck the life from them. Well, siphon, really. Pull? I don't know the right word.
Siphon was good.
Siphon?
That's interesting because from Braden Summers' background, from when he joined the chapter of Steel as a runner, he wasn't capable of magic.
Everybody imitates a floating sword.
Right, the floating weapons. He could make weapons fly. What's the word for that?
Float.
Levitate.
Telekinesis.
Fucking witchcraft.
Hey,
What?
I do that shit.
Stop it, it's weird.
No.
Well, I won't keep you too long. What? Now this Braden Summer. What did he exhibit any kind of traits physically?
Dude glowed.
As if he was using the glimmer more than just one.
Using it.
So more exposure.
So,
And
does that mean if I keep using it, I can make shit float?
Let's
No.
not.
No.
Oh, well, it's worth a shot.
Do you think it's worth?
Do you think it's worth the hangovers?
Oh, God, no.
There you go. That's your answer.
With the insight, can BB roll to insight the situation that they had to say whether or not Lorcus was one of the people that helped make it?
sure, go ahead and give me an insight.
Do you think he was so pissed off because he was always hungover?
No, I think he was pissed off because we yoinked his delivery.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
24.
24. Given the vials that one of the vials Six had grabbed in the larger tanks, you gather he definitely wasn't one of the ones manufacturing it, but he definitely had a lot of access to it when he was using it for his own purposes.
he wasn't manufacturing, but he may have been distributing.
Or experimenting.
He was a buyer.
Experimenting.
Ah, great. So we got fucking bottom of the barrel bullshit. I thought we were taking down, like, some big cartel from the top and shit. Do you see the size of those tanks?
I'm hoping digging up the rubble will help, but that will take at least the remainder of the day, given some of the other store owners' products fell into it, as well as busted crates and the ceiling itself.
Apologies.
We took a look at the building that was connected to it, and it was mostly vacant. I've got a couple of my people collecting what looks to be a few books, but you guys are going to be busy with your investigation and Rumbark's rest, so I'll have my men look into it. When you're all done with that, come back and we should have a more concrete idea of what he was up to.
So, did you guys mention what Will did?
Nope.
So none of you would have mentioned Will's behavior?
Nope.
Not in front of the guard.
Everybody doesn't think it's relevant.
I guess that's fair.
I don't remember. I was high.
But yeah. Well, he would apologize, saying that he unfortunately can't give much information because he blacked out. First thing, last he remembered, he was at the stairs, and next thing he knew, he was pulling his blade out from his neck.
All right.
Before Sting Sticks rip the rest of his head off.
Go ahead and give me persuasion or deception. Your choice. Don't tell me which.
Can be the aid to that.
Sure.
Speaking
do I roll as well, or do I?
If you want to just give him advantage, Will can roll twice.
Oh, while they're
Okay, yeah.
rolling, just for like clarification's sake, when Ruby was dabbing Six last night, did she happen to clean the blood off my hands, or are they still stained?
You would have been clean. Yeah, I'd imagine you would have gotten a sponge bath.
That's much better.
Essentially, you got a sponge bath.
Hot.
From either Ruby or Liz.
Hot.
Dirty 21.
Dirty 21. Okay, let me. Okay. All right. He kind of pauses a moment. He kind of looks at you, Will. Okay. I'll have my men look into it. We'll try to have more answers so we can get a full report back to the Verdant Lord, as well as Lieutenant Lancer. Given the fact that this is Glimmer, and we have a magistrate in the city, I'm hard-pressed to potentially talk with him further.
Ooh, that's not gonna look good.
But as I understand it, he's going to be leaving out tomorrow morning. So I'll send correspondence to Lord Thorald to have you all meet Lieutenant Lancer and the magistrate back in Crestville during the festival.
Yeah, don't cop shit. Can I go now?
Alright.
Not a problem. You two. He kind of looks to Liz and Six, and 1 second, and you can see this really timid, maybe just in 1819, healer. They kind of he waves them over. They kind of undo their hood, and you see a sky blue tiefling with a rather nubby tail that just kind of barely sticks out from their cloak, tiny little horns. Them? Yeah. And she walks over the two of you and cures you of your exhaustion points. And
Phoebe
she's like
is going
clutching her.
insane.
She's clutching her staff. She's.
Phoebe
I'm terrifying the poor
is
girl.
just no. Baby's like going up, like the most starry-eyed look on their face, and say, "Pretty, pretty, pretty."
Thank you. I hope that helped. She looks and kind of like thumbs towards the door. Like her arm is like tucked right against her shoulder, so she's barely thumbing, trying to get an out. Can I? Not a problem. And as she kind of like, my name's Susanna Blackwood. Thank you, and out the door.
Oh, she
In
has
her
this
mind,
thing.
right before she leaves, she hears, "Thank you very much."
John, DM. Got you. She was cute. Cute kid.
Okay. Be honest. What happened?
Yeah, and after a couple minutes, they all disembark. They get the customers back out, and you are all free to go back to your business.
Okay.
Truth be told, kid, I barely remember anything. I'm not going to be useful for recollecting anything.
He points the... Sorry.
I know I got my shit rocked. Thanks for the bandaging and whatever happened last night. I did notice the water next to my bed, so... do you guys mind if I step out for a little while?
I was actually
yeah,
about
that's
to do
fine.
the same, so.
Do you need some help or something, Six?
I should be fine. I don't feel so hungover anymore, thanks to Squirt back there. But yeah, I'm just gonna head to the smithy if you need me. I got some work to do.
Liz has sort of a wistful expression on her face now. Enjoy your work.
Thanks, Red. I'll be back, I don't know, in a few hours or so. But if you need me before then, you know where to find me.
Does anybody know when the Wyvern are supposed to meet back up with us?
Phoebe says 9.
Great. Hey, what time is it?
About 8:30.
Will
Liz.
just... He looks at the others, and he says, "Okay, look, I get it. It must have been bad if you didn't want to tell them what happened."
So many teeth.
Phoebe puts a hand, scampers over to Will, and hugs Will. And you scared them. All of them. Not BB. You BB friend.
As I like get up to leave, I'm just gonna lean down to Liz. Like, these Wyvern guys, I understand the whole history thing, given, where you're from. They've taken just as much of the brunt as we have.
I have no idea who they are. I don't even know why they dislike me.
They're my people. So just... They're not going to be very trustful of you. Just be patient.
I'm used to being patient. I know it doesn't seem it.
I'll just hard pat her shoulder and head on out.
Like, so the level of exhaustion has been healed, but I still didn't get a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
And you still haven't done your prayers either.
So guess what I am? I'm hungry.
Iris is gonna go over to Will and put a hand on his shoulder, and you channeled something a little dark. It's put fear in a lot of us. And could I use minor illusion to show a bust of what his head looked like?
Give me an Arcana check, because while you saw it, you were under the frightened condition, so you might not have gotten the best glimpse.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Okay.
Liz said so many teeth earlier, and she just says Othroden. Othroden.
Katie is drawing. Go ahead, sorry.
Which just means many teeth in Draconic.
That's 18.
18.
Yeah.
Will, you watch as Iris creates this illusion.
In her hands, basically.
Yeah. She kind of waves her hand, kind of moves one on top of the other, and kind of lifts the top one up. You can see the illusion and the colors begin to take shape. And you see, while the top of your head is in shadow, from the nose up, you can notice that your hair is wetter, like it's been dampened down against the skin, and all you see past your lips is just rows of teeth and a barbed tongue.
Liz wasn't kidding when she said there were so many teeth.
As someone who grows them occasionally when I shift, probably good you don't remember. It's a little offsetting to feel them grow and pop out.
At the talk of feeling teeth grow, Liz just sits up. I'm gonna go do my prayers.
And Phoebe is still holding Will.
So, when you say everyone but Bird Buddy, did you mean everyone else, or were there any other exceptions?
Magic.
Okay, so 6 wasn't affected.
The majority of us were pretty affected.
Phoebe squeezes tighter. But you were my friend. You no scare me.
Will just pats them on the head.
Okay.
I don't know what that was about, but I guess you share a little darkness too.
Will is just mentally debating whether or not to tell them about hearing a voice before he went down to have breakfast.
Was that directed to me?
Oh,
Say
I
that
was
again,
saying
Will?
that He is mentally debating whether or not to tell them about having heard the voice, saying, "Did you enjoy it?"
Mm. Do you tell them?
Can I
He
flip a
wants.
coin?
I'll roll a d6.
Right.
Yeah, he tells him.
Yeah.
Before I left the room today, just as I was about to close the door, I heard something. It sounded like my voice, and it said, "Did you enjoy it?"
Phoebe said, "Did you?"
I don't know what it meant, but if it meant killing him, well... He says nothing for some time before saying, "Why would I enjoy something I don't remember?"
That's probably for the best.
Phoebe puts a paper in front of Will. And then they release the hug on Will, grab a piece of paper from off the table that they were laying on and whatever. It's probably crinkled by now, but they give Will the quill that they were using to draw earlier and kind of like wraps their hand around it, around the hand, and then they're both holding the quill at the same time. And then BB pats it, and it says, "Keep writing. You'll remember."
Will was a bit confused, but he just wrote down the question, assuming that was what Baby had meant.
Okay.
We
Will.
should. Yeah, go
Yes.
ahead. Sorry.
As you write, now, let me double check something real quick. Double check. Da, 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 da. Come on, computer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da.
Okay. Well, as you're talking with BB and Iris, you just kind of absentmindedly write down, did you enjoy it? And quick question mark. And then you look down. And while you can't read it, I need an intelligence check from you.
Is it written in the language that BB recognizes?
Give me an intelligence check, BB.
18.
18.
Intelligence. Sure.
Intelligence.
That's my lowest score. That's still 21 still, but
Okay. Both of you recognize it as abyssal.
Abyssal?
Mm-hmm.
And was it a second line that he wrote, or did he write,
Nope.
"Did you enjoy it" in that language?
You just wrote, did you enjoy it in abyssal, absentmindedly?
That's a strange language.
And Will knows it's abyssal, right?
Mm-hmm. But you can't read what it says. You know what it says just because that's the question you were thinking of. But if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't be able to read it.
It's abyssal. While I can't say it as is, I know that it says, "Did you enjoy it?"
BB says, again.
Will he looks at Baby, back of the paper, says, "What the hell, you know?" And just writes it again. "Did you enjoy it?"
Give me a wisdom save.
Oh, thank God. Wisdom. I got an 18.
18. Okay. You write it again, but for the briefest of moments, you feel like continuing, as if you're about to respond.
Yeah. Do I remember hearing Will speak during the battle?
He didn't talk at all.
Mm-hmm. He didn't talk at all.
Okay.
He was dead quiet the entire time.
When
Then
he
I'm going to. Then
Sorry.
can I, if I didn't hear him speak at all, can I mimic in a pseudo crazy Will voice, giving it some flair? Did you enjoy it?
Give me a performance check.
Oh, great.
boy. Iris
Oh,
has
boy.
backed off at this point while those two are talking and moved over to Ruby's side.
You said performance?
Yeah.
16 plus 9.
25.
25.
Mhm.
As you kind of watch this, Will, in this odd performance, all of you here will respond, "I did."
Did he hear himself say that he did?
You said it out loud.
Will was a bit stunned because, it was an automatic response.
And he says, good. And then gives a little pat. And then tries to hand Will a cookie.
Thanks.
Iris actually looks a little bit incredulously at BB for a second.
Will just calmly eats the cookie to hide the fact that he is thinking that he is indeed going crazy, just as Octavia and Drada feared he would.
Does he say that, though?
No, he is emotionally feeling that. Like, he isn't thinking it to himself or saying it. He's just eating the cookie to pass off as being calm.
We should probably meet with the wyverns.
They were going to meet us here at the tavern. It shouldn't be too much longer. That was a pretty long conversation.
Liz has come back down after doing her prayers.
Okay.
Will just once again looks at the paper. The first line was abyssal. Was the second line just common?
Nope. Both lines were abyssal. You wanted to reply when you wrote it, and then you verbally did reply when BB asked.
Yeah. Hey, Liz. Was all Will said after finishing the cookie.
I feel like I missed something.
You did. It was a little creepy.
Everybody defends that statement, and then says, Will not creepy. Will friend.
Well, I wasn't calling Will creepy. I was calling what he did creepy.
And Birdbite again defends, Will not creepy. Will friend.
And as he hears that, Will is He's comforted by it, but he's also thinking he was a monster. He deserved it. He would have died anyway. He's not saying it aloud, he's thinking it to himself.
Okay.
Though Iris didn't move, Will, you can feel like her hand, and if you look over, you realize it's a mage hand, kind of just giving him a little squeeze of support on the shoulder.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. So, with that, I know 6. You're gonna be heading to the smithy. Before we jump to that, as you guys make your way out of the tavern, you all kind of gather near BB's cart, where BB had spotted the lens, and you 6 immediately see Siobhan without her mask. Pink hair is gone and it's just replaced with a familiar brunette. You see she's leaning against the same wall that she was the night prior. Standing next to her is the human male Will and Iris you recognize. Sleeves are rolled down, dirty blonde hair kind of flipped off to the side, kind of trimmed around the ears and short. And next, kind of discussing idly with the two of them with the back to you, is a gnomish individual that you recognize, BB, with dark cropped black hair. Siobhan kind of looks at the rest of you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morn.
I can't play the Hey Stud Muffin alert, so can somebody do that for me?
I got it.
So,
I got
hang
it,
on.
I got it.
I see them too, because I left a while ago.
Hey, Stud Muffin.
I wanted to have you all be here for this, so we'll be breaking you off from this after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they explicitly stated all of you. They wanted to meet all of you. So, just to use my curiosity, tell them anything.
It's nice to know what you look like underneath the mask.
Oh my god. Honestly, I don't remember much of last night. Rough party.
Yeah, you it seemed a bit more ferocious than usual.
Yeah. You know how it is, right? Get enough of that drinking, yeah?
I am at the end times, and I wouldn't recommend it again.
No, I'm never drinking that much again.
Does he have his dragon mark out for everyone to see, pretty much?
He said the
nope, his
sleeves were rolled down.
sleeves are down, but they're not wearing their masks.
So which one is Amatherin?
The human male.
Human male. Would I recognize him as Amatherin at this point?
By the voice, yeah. Voice and build.
Good to see you're
So
all
you're-
right.
Oh, that's right. I need to introduce my friends. And I'll go stand by the wyverns. And I'll introduce each of the members of the party, like as I know them, but as if they're more close. Because we're out in the middle of the street, right?
No, you're back behind the back alley where you guys met them before.
Where prying eyes could see, correct?
Potentially.
If you want to give, if you guys want to give a perception check to see if you're being watched, go for it.
Point is, I'm
I will.
doing this in Thieves' Cant. So, but when I get to Liz, I'll introduce her simply as Liz, and this is the person that saved my life.
Ruby, what's your roll?
It's 19. See if we're
19,
being
okay.
watched.
Yeah, you feel the familiar presence of your patron, but other than that, no, nothing too crazy. You can see the busyness of the morning traffic heading in and out of work, either on foot or via cart. You can see a couple of members of the teeming legion are kind of conversing, but they don't have their eyes on you.
Mainly conveying
And
to them that, like, I'm well aware of who Liz is, but she's one of the good ones. Kind of trying to dispel some of that tension between them, but through Thieves' Cant.
well, Siobhan will chime in. Siobhan Del Rey. Just looks at the other two. Let me give insight.
Iris is silent, but she's kind of staring at Amatherin with a slight little bit of mistrust.
Okay.
There's a little bit of tension there.
Siobhan, I'm Siobhan Del Rey. And Amatherin chimes in next with slight eye to you, Iris, and a slight eye to Liz. Ivan Karsten. And I'll take their names as I. Siobhan Del Rey, Ivan Karsten, and then the gnome chimes in. Orgrim Bolwar.
Ivan.
Nice to meet you. Properly.
You as well.
And
Pleasure to meet you all.
friends, extended family. I hope you guys get along.
Well,
Well.
he says, just call me Will.
Okay. And the Ramshackle group that you guys are been able to get together, I'm pretty confident with it. The Wyverns, while we had our own 6 individual groups, it wasn't until a couple years back that we started uniting, given things going on in Stonegate and Bellius.
Oh, so you guys are like actually from Advalor. Huh.
Ron kind of thumbs the other two. They are. I'm not.
You're from here. Or at least you were found here.
Ruby can remember Amatherin having a dragon mark, right?
Yeah.
She'll walk over directly to him. Can I ask you a question? Being nosy.
Depending on what it is.
Your tattoo.
I'm sorry, what?
The mark.
Ruby,
What?
not the time.
I've never had one. I want to know what it's like. Pardon me for being nosy.
It's taxing, but compared to what I went through, if you walk in the park.
So avoid it entirely?
Unless you feel like having a large chunk of your skin burned and then tattooed.
Oh, yeah, no. No, avoiding that. Fully cementing that choice. Blech.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Siobhan. Oh, yes, go ahead.
May I ask you something, Ivan?
Yeah.
Have we met before?
No.
Insight.
Go for it.
Can I give Can I give Liz some help with that?
Giving advantage or adding a buff?
Adding buff.
Sure.
D4.
Can I take a moment to kind of like get Saphira's like attention with my eyes?
Yep, 1 second. 1 second.
16.
16 seems to be telling the truth. He's definitely has something against you, but it wasn't at least direct that caused this distrust in you.
For what it's worth, it's okay to dislike me for being scaly growth.
Sorry, you got choppy for me, was it?
For what it's worth, it's okay to dislike me for being scaly guard, or at least former. I won't hold that against you.
Well, was what happened in the Undercroft. It's going to be difficult for me to trust any of them.
Undercroft.
You're not aware, are you?
I was kept in more of a than I thought.
Give me a persuasion check.
You probably also want to turn off push to talk because it's cutting you out really bad.
No, it's just that I'm talking quietly and not directly into the mic. Like,
I got you. Okay.
She's not whispering through her phone, or she is whispering through the phone.
that persuasion sucks.
Reroll.
Reroll, thank you. Thank
I
you,
roll
because
in
that's a
charity
19.
cases.
That's a 19.
Roll or charity cases, and my luck is the
Wait.
charity I give.
Hang on, no, that's a die.
Yeah.
It was a 4 initially, so
Your
dirty
dice.
20.
Dirty
Ooh.
20. Okay. Kind of looks you up and down a little bit. Kind of looks over to Siobhan. Why don't you go ahead and remove it? And Siobhan will walk up to you, Liz, and she takes a moment, if I may, and she slides her nail, which is they're stilettoed, and kind of cuts into some of the stitching from where her card spell had cut into you.
Okay.
And pulls out a small sending stone that seems to have been lingeringly active.
There is a distinct curl to Liz's lips.
That's creepy as shit.
There's also a small rumble inside of everybody's head as there's a little bit of anger.
Guys,
From Iris.
relax. It stands
I'll
to
get
reason.
over it.
Stands to reason. They just wanted to be sure.
That's like hella invasive, though. Like more than what I've heard the dragon marks.
It's just how things are. You have to see it from their point of view too.
That's
I
why
understand.
I'm only annoyed.
If it's any consolation, a large chunk of it was snoring. We were up around the clock.
Unfortunately for you, I don't talk much.
Yeah. And she kind of tucks it into her coat and backs up.
My companions told me what happened last night, and while I can't remember any of it, I apologize for scaring you.
That, oh, it's something, but nothing we're concerned with.
Do you know where all the green dragon fire came from?
One around you, and this is Ivan. Came out of your mouth.
Oh. That's new.
Never did that before?
Nope.
Huh.
Seems a lot of things happened to us last night.
I don't know if I like it.
I
Oh.
definitely don't.
Can I?
Only time will tell. But if you all don't mind, you've kept quiet, and as an act of good faith, we're not going to be listening in anymore. But we've got to reconvene with the others.
Gee, thanks.
Keep in touch.
I got a sneaking suspicion we'll see each other again.
Before you go, can I talk to you guys for a sec? Like, just us?
Sure. Will proceeds to walk off to give them space.
Well, do the rest of you head out?
Liz pats Six's shoulder. Does Six have her staff on her?
I'd say it's probably in the room at the moment.
Okay.
We're not in a room.
In
Sorry.
Yeah.
I know. It clicked. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
I'm going to go rest.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to be too far behind after I get done with work.
I have a quick thing to ask of you three. Can you let Mathis know I'm not too mad at him? I recognize I was a bit of a bitch.
Well, we'll talk with him. He does regret that you guys couldn't finish lunch.
You had lunch with one of them?
Yeah, he's a fantastic cook. Honestly, I just might ask him for another.
You should definitely
Anyway, I'm gonna go read.
Should definitely tell Liz all about it in the tavern.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
All right, so
that was just a little aside. Sorry.
All right, so the rest of you are popping out, leaving
Yes.
Yeah,
Six to
Ruby's
talk
gonna
to
go
him.
read.
All right.
Library.
As the rest of you head out, Six, you kind of linger back into the alleyway for a little bit with them. So what's up?
So, you guys want to explain to me why the fish hooks are looking for you?
Fish hooks?
Yeah, Pinky up in his ivory towers looking for, honestly, you, Orgrim.
Yeah. That's got nothing to do with fish hooks and wyverns. Has to do with the fact that I was a priest.
Well, you want to clue me in? Like, are you in some kind of trouble here?
Well, in about 20 years ago, I was out on a mission. Went out east to Zadalith, more of a information gathering. I went up to a city called Cliptide, or northwest Zadalith, and they wanted me to track down a book. I skimmed through it with what was in it, and how things have been gone in the past, I didn't want to bring it back. So I left it in a cave on some island.
Okay, but you understand that, fucking, what's his face up there? He's given us a big reward to find you. I don't know if we're the only ones, but would you be in serious trouble if you were to just pay him a visit?
We'd have to think on it. Well, what do they want?
I don't know. I stuck with authority, man. I wasn't listening through half of it.
It sounded like they said testimony, but
Out of character crow testimony. They just want a testimony.
yeah, no, they heard you because you were bugged. they
Oh, yeah.
they heard the conversation because you were bugged.
Yes. Oh, they heard about me wanting to get into the kiln.
They've
Oh,
heard
no.
the entire conversation since session 2.
Oh well, then.
Oh no.
Then all of this is gonna go over pretty well because it's proven, there's some forthright like communication here.
Let's let's rate it a bit though. I wouldn't mind meeting him. It has to be here in the neutral zone
Yes.
because, well, he had mentioned your larger friend's situation. I used that as an opportunity to break out my apprentice from the Undercroft. I had been away on missions a few times, and when I came back, from what I could tell, what Ivan and I can determine, somebody down there is working on the same runes that your friend was looking over the other day. Same spell.
I barely even remember much at all. Yesterday, I'm drawing a blank here. Fuck, that stuff really fucks your head up. But look, I know the Scaly is, well, a Scaly. Honestly, she's one of the good ones. Would you mind coming in with us?
Well, we're going to be heading back to Tresco, and if you're going to be at that tournament,
I will be.
we'll be there. Let her know we'll meet in the crowd. Ulrich will be fighting.
All right. Will do. See you guys in Trustville then.
Sounds good.
All right. Stay safe out there.
You too. And they'll walk away.
And I'll go to the smithy.
All right. So, with Six heading to the smithy, do the rest of you guys have any kind of last-minute preps before you start gathering to head to Rembark's Rest? Because Lieutenant Ravenstar had mentioned a shop by the name of Illuminations when you first met him. If the rest of you want to go.
Will is gonna head to the barracks to see if he could get his dagger back.
Iris is gonna go for Illuminations.
I was about to ask if Iris wanted to go with Liz to Illuminations.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big yes.
Bird Buddy, Ruby?
I DM'd you what I want to do.
Gotcha. Okay.
Everybody's going to set up shop.
Gonna put on another puppet show with the frog skeleton.
With Lorcas's head as the main feature.
Oh my god.
All right.
The frog skeleton. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
Hello, my darling. Hello, my daytime love.
No.
Felix, go ahead and give me a quick investigation check. You're pretty quick. depending on what you get.
Yay! I can do that. Lorcas on a stick. Nat 20. Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.
That
Unfortunately,
is the
even with that,
stupid fucking. Hang on, wait. I got a modifier.
Hey, Pringle.
Hold on.
Mhm.
21.
Look at your DMs.
second, you DMing me something?
Not necessarily from me.
What was Illuminations again?
Gotcha.
A
Hold on.
shop for? Sorry.
Oh, that's delightfully funny.
Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ruby, what was your investigation?
20, natural 21.
Natural 21. Okay. Rain. What was the description of this guy? And where was I going to put him? There it is. Up. Which one? Nope. We're not in Trustfell. I'm getting overly excited here. 1 second, folks. Okay.
Why are you getting excited?
So as you kind of wander through the city, you remember he had at least hung out on the east side. You kind of head back by the tavern. You see Birdberry beginning to head up as everyone disperses. You start heading west, kind of tagging along with Will, Iris, and Liz before they peel off. And you actually end up in the Western District. And in the main thoroughfare about here.
Oh, hang on, I wasn't looking at the map. Now.
You see very briefly a familiar plume of blonde hair enter a pub known as the Old Dragon Pub.
I follow him in.
Okay. As you kind of enter, it's a simple sandstone building, but the edges are accented with brass and laid into the carved moldings. It's fairly new compared to the others, contradicting the name. You could tell immediately by price that everything's a little bit higher and a little bit more higher end, and you can see about a middle-aged male dwarf. He kind of waves to the guy real quick. That's usual. And goes to sit at a table.
Ruby will walk over to the bar. Hi, can I have a glass of red wine?
Of course.
Thank you.
Go ahead and knock off a gold.
And then once I get my glass, I'm going to start making my way over to him.
Okay. Well. Good to meet you again.
Hi. So, I've had an interesting night. What about you?
Bit lackluster, but enjoyed myself.
I did want to ask,
Hmm.
Have you heard of me before, or did you just guess right off the bat in the library?
Well, I got into town about a day ago, but I had passed through Trustfell, and one of the tavern owners was this lizard folk. He didn't mention a rather curious group.
I see.
But in terms of figuring more about you, that's just intuition, sweetie.
Oh, starting on pet names already. Well, I would like to insight him first.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you hail from?
Me, I'm actually from Torshavn.
Oh, you are?
Mm-hmm.
I believe our bird friend is from there as well. I don't know where, though.
Oh, you have a bird friend?
Oh,
The Arakakra? Oh, okay, cool.
so for the insight, 13 plus 3 is 16.
Posting is 16. Definitely on the up and up. Didn't lie. Well, with all the changes going on in Torshavn, I thought I would go out into the world and learn more about what I could potentially bring back in terms of knowledge and understanding. And I heard about a rather wistful Genasi.
Are you trying to bring me back?
Only time will tell, unfortunately. We only just met.
True. So, you're mostly here to explore?
Mostly here to explore. Just gathering information. There's a library I want to delve back into. Back in the fleeces of Desgor.
That's, I'm not familiar with the name, really.
Oh, it's the capital. It's actually a magnificent sight if you take either the gondola or the vine bridges. You walk over a 150-foot cliff to large spires of bone that tower from the bottom, about 150 feet up each.
Tall.
Very tall. Most of the buildings actually grow up the side of it.
So you visit here often?
No, this is actually my first time, and kind of like the atmosphere, although it was a bit lower end on the prices I was expecting for a pub influenced by ad valorem in this economy.
Well, I'm assuming that's because the magistrate hasn't come here yet.
Oh, if he's as good as people say, then maybe prices will go down.
Maybe. Is there, any chance I could get you to come and read with me again sometime?
Give me a persuasion check.
Don't fail me now, butterflies! And 13's not great. Let me get my modifier. Plus 4. 17?
17. Well, I was actually thinking of hitting the road tomorrow. And while I would certainly love your company this evening, I can at least eat some lunch. But I'll be out first thing in the morning, and I gotta pack and rest.
Oh, you're leaving already. Boom.
Yeah, it's time to head home, relax for a little bit, reunite with old friends.
Well, if I ever run into you again, you're going to have to show me around the capital.
Sounds like a plan. And as he smiles to you, he waves over the tavern keeper. You know what? Double up my order. And about 15 minutes later, they come out with essentially large piles of lasagna, one on each plate. And I need a composure check from you at disadvantage because I gave him a performance check and he nat 20'd.
What? What's he doing? Oh. Okay. Composure check?
Straight 20.
A disadvantage, right?
Yep.
It's a 10. The other one rolled a 17.
Okay. He does begin to sing in a mix of a more Torshavan accent, but he does sing in common. He sings a song of a well-traveled warrior. You can gather might have been some kind of a Shadewalker initiate in terms of the context of the song of earning a glory kill to impress another tribe leader's daughter. And it goes on for about 5 minutes, and for the rest of the date, your cheeks are as ruby red as your name.
By the time either him or I get up to leave, she'll lean over and give him a kiss on the cheek.
Okay. You be safe in your travels. Until next time.
And with that, she'll start heading back to the library.
Okay. Given the library, I'm not going to have you roll an investigation check. You know exactly where to look. And continue to kind of rummage through some things. But with that, we're going to go over to 6.
So, yeah, I'll stroll into the smithy, hang up my jacket and shirt, and move into the actual fort itself. And I as a player, don't remember the Forge Master's name.
Katuri.
Katuri. Okay. So, yeah. So, she's like, just moving through. She's like, sorry, Katuri. I know I'm late. Work was murder.
That's the worst joke ever.
Yes.
Not gonna.
And
she smiles like, well, I've done a fair amount of work in the last few days. I'm pretty tired, but let's. And there's a slight pause and kind of like looks you up and down. There's a slight little smirk that peeks out of the one tusk. That's it. What do you say? We get a little sweatier with some more.
Yeah, let's hammer this out.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah, let's hammer this out.
And I need another tinkering check. With proficiency, you won't get advantage because Liz isn't here.
Alrighty. Tinkering is intelligence, if memory serves.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's a 10. Not great.
10. While you do go through the usual routines, it's a little bit easier with a little bit of a guide that she's kind of laid out for you to keep working on later down the line. Unfortunately, over the next couple hours, you aren't able to get too much done. But she stops a moment. Well, until you can find probably an artificer to actually get these functional, they're more or less going to be similar to how that lovely gentleman was using them before.
Yeah, just blunt force trauma. I can work with that and just... Yeah, it's going to take a bit of more work on them later on down the line. I honestly don't think we have the equipment here to really get everything quite up to speed according to the blueprints.
No, I don't think so. Well, I do take pride in the equipment I have. It's
a great forge. Just sometimes you just need more.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. you seem really interested in getting these done. If you're going to be heading out, I can try and make a little bit more headway. But if not, my brother in Trustfell, he's actually a smithy for the Legion. His forge is more well equipped than mine.
I'll have to look in on him. I think, actually, and I'll pull out my rope dart and kind of like lay it down on the table. I think your brother's the guy who sold me this knife.
No, that's that Goliath over at Bloodbath, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother Sal, he's actually in the main barracks chamber
Oh,
to
okay.
the west of the library.
All right. Main barracks chamber, west of the library. I'll have to remember that. And thanks. I'll see how much longer do we have. I'm gonna just like in character pull out the journal, kind of like figure out how long it is until we have to actually leave for Rembark's Rest. But out of character, I'm asking the DM.
Yeah, out of character. It's now because of the slight delay of your mission last night. You'd probably want to get going, but to get back to Trustfell, you'd have to hit Oriakester again anyway. So you'd probably be back in a couple days. 3-4 days.
We gotta be heading out today. Shit. I was hoping to have these done before we had to go to Rembark's Rest. Do we at least have the sword ready?
Yes, actually, I do.
Okay, that's something at least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want
I'll leave my gauntlets here with you to work on while we're gone, but I'll take that
Okay.
sword.
Okay. Do you want it in the box that you had requested, or do you just want the sword in sheath?
I'll take with the box. I don't want to get, stopped by the fuzz on the way out.
Fair enough. And she kind of leads you back into the main sales floor, ducks behind the counter, and pulls out the large box, a little bit longer to hold the actual sword itself. Nicely, it's got nicely stained pine wood, brass accentings at the corners, and a pretty hefty lock. Nothing incredibly ad valorem, but functional enough.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Sure. She unfastens it and opens it up. Go ahead and describe what it looks like.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't.
Have you not thought of?
I don't
Andrew
have
wouldn't think
a
that far ahead.
description for that. I thought you would have
Okay.
a description for that. But, Christ. Give me a second. I'll find a picture.
Okay.
Andrew, I love you.
But it's noticeably draconic themed. Yeah.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I am finding you something really pretty.
Alrighty. Go ahead and put that into group chat. But
I will.
you kind of look it over. You look it over.
I'm going looking for something that, like, it's pretty but functional. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. But as you look it over, it's exactly to your description. You admire it. It's you can clearly tell now that with if Katuri had a really good forge, he could rival some of the smiths in Advalor. And unfortunately, it's the limitations of her forge that does prevent her from progressing further.
You know what? We'll just go with this one because it's a simple but beautiful.
Okay.
Make sure I'm in the right server. Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh, very nice.
That is pretty.
So with that, you close the lid back up and can tuck it under your arm. You be safe getting back. And I'll see you in a few days.
Yep, I'll see you later. Thank you for this.
Not a problem. I'm glad I can help.
Later. And I'll head back to the tavern.
Yep. On your way out, there is the slightest sensation of lingering eyes before they just quickly cut away. But it will simple enough. We won't go into too many details into the role play. You'll be able to get your push dagger when you return from Rimbark's rest, because we've still got a couple days of the investigation.
Which is fair.
But Liz and Iris, let me go ahead and actually pull up. There it is. Go ahead and give me investigation checks.
I'm taking a picture because my dice are being nice to me.
Wow.
Is that another nat 20?
It is.
They don't want to be in the chain.
Okay,
They don't want to be in the
alright.
holster.
Just the threat of the Kimber was enough to get them to behave. Got it.
That's exactly what I was just about to say.
Behave or you going back, bitches.
Oh, and they know that they'll sit in the purse that holds the Kimber, not just the backpack.
Oh.
Well, that's a dirty 21 for me.
So investigation. I don't have a very good investigation. I think it's 21 as well.
With our 21s combined.
Yeah, it's 21. Natural
Alright.
21 for me though. The highest I can get.
The two of you, you know, that at least just through having been through up and down the city a couple times throughout the last 2 days, you know that the main thoroughfare from each of the gates is where a lot of the major industrial or oddity shops tend to reside. And you guys actually peel off. Where did I plop it? Nations. Right in here. You see, just on the approach, it's a tall tower, about roughly 3 stories, made of densely compacted mud, to the point that it almost looks like stone. It's got raw wooden windows, no glass, a simple wooden door, but it's heavily thatched to kind of add insulation, as well as the thatch across the roof. And you can see bits of a little bit of kind of bramble sticking out of places along the mud. And as you take your moment to actually knock through all the thatch, you're not sure if you're actually going to knock it down. You knock and kind of open it up. In the interior, fairly dimly lit. And there's no stairs leading up to the upper floors. You can see odd little knickknacks of small little candelabras, candle holders, what looks to be some kind of lanterns that might have been imported. And as you're looking for the shopkeeper, I need investigation checks from the two of you.
18.
18?
17.
17.
Damn.
Okay.
We're in sync today.
As you're kind of looking through, you can see up into the second floor in this large opening that for you, Liz, actually kind of is a little reminiscent of the arcane lifts of the Sanctorum. It's just this long tube of open air that connects the levels. You can see, kind of perched on the railing, is some kind of a small figure that's looking over their wares. Back to the both of you. Might be some kind of a smaller humanoid race. But as you close the door, you hear, "You buy? You sell?" And the head turns 180 degrees to look down at the two of you. With large orange owl-like eyes peering down at you like binoculars. "You buy? You sell?"
Possibly buy?
"Customers!" And just whoops down, and you can see similarly a similar height owlkin with actually a little bit of extra skin under the arms to allow for extra feathers and so they can fly. There's a small, roughly middle-aged owlin. Oh, my screen just went to sleep mode. Standing about 3.5 feet tall with auburn feathers. It's got a tuft of white kind of framing the face under the cheek, what would be the cheekbones and up to the ears that kind of extend out a little like an elf's. They've got a sheer white cloak and eggshell white shorts and a rather rough tunic dabbled in a few different colors of waxes. "You buy?" And immediately just starts hopping around, much like Bird Buddy.
There's an immediately soft look on Liz's face.
Iris is just like wide-eyed, like big smile.
We are headed to Rimbark's Rest.
Ooh. There's a shudder at that mention. Just.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you know of anything that
were-
we could take? Sorry.
We were looking for something for protection against some unnatural magics.
Sanctuary. Sanctuary. And they kind of let me give them a check. And they immediately kind of hop over, and you can see that they go to the more of the imported stuff. A little slightly more ornate lanterns versus the rough candle holders and torches, leaving those off to the side. And they turn back around and they come up with 2 lanterns. One is roughly like a charcoal gray, like it was overly oxidized copper and then burnt. That still has that ashy, burnt copper smell. And another one is almost solid, what looks like solid gold. That from the base seems to emanate light into the chamber itself, where there's a little bit of glass on the side. Which?
What do they do?
And you can see the pupil kind of focus, and it kind of shifts back and forth between the two of them. Channel spirits, and lifts up
The gray one?
the burnt gray one. That's like from Faye. And lifts up the gold one.
Light from Faye?
Dislikes from Faye.
Dislikes from.
I don't think we have to worry about Faye.
Do we think we'll need to channel spirits? I think Velagivore would love that, but how much is the spirit one?
Ooh, 200. And 200, and then shakes the gold lantern. So 200 gold.
Liz just kind of.
I have we can split it. I think I can.
I have 49 gold.
You would have your portion of the testimony bounty by now.
I do not.
Yeah, you would. Each
I
of
didn't
you
get
would
any
have.
gold for that. I have
Oh
another
no,
reward for that.
that's right. You did not know.
We're the time we need Ruby the most.
I have. She reaches down and pulls out her bag, and I think I have 170. Maybe we can pull together for it.
Yeah. Here. Liz hands over. If you have 170, Liz hands over 30.
You'll see this owl and kind of hop up to you, Iris. You rest is home?
Yes. I was part of what happened there and the few that survived. I'm going back to see what's there.
Let me give them a check.
Liz is putting her last 19 gold in Iris's pocket while they're talking.
As they're watching
Forehand.
you, as they're watching you, kind of fiddle with this, you guys can see that the eyes are just examining each of you. 150, 50 back, 50 return.
Very kind of you. That is very kind of you. I would be very happy to make that deal.
So with that, simple enough, 150 up front, 50 when you guys can.
All right. And she's going to take out the 150 out of her purse and set it and we'll give it over.
And they kind of, similarly to how kind of Bird Buddy pulls out the cloak and kind of rustles into it, they actually, you can see now that the seams on each side of the tunic, there's actually, it looks torn right near the hips, and as it kind of lifts it up, it actually has like a little fanny pack, and just unzips it and opens it, looking at the two of you.
Fanny pack.
Alpac.
Albags.
Alpaca.
Liz will at least take the 150 and put it into the coin if Iris is apprehensive.
She'll happily let her contribute to it.
So I put my 49 gold in. So you only have to do 101.
But fun people, and as the coins are jingling, it's just fun, and then zips it, and then just takes off, leaving the whispering lantern.
BB has
So I will.
got to meet this owl.
Yes.
Iris reaches out, takes the lantern, and do you want to hold on to it?
You paid the most of it. It can be a gift from you. Hopefully it does what we need it to do.
Me too. I think we'll need it, all the help we can get.
We should stop at the store to see if we can get any rations and potions.
I think I have about 69 gold, so yeah, definitely.
Yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Thank
I'm
you.
regretting not taking coin for that job.
As it, you can see this owl like flittering around joyously, the coins jingling in the fanny pack. Come again, come again.
We'll bring
Just-
our bird friend.
Yeah. And immediately you can hear what sounds like you're rearranging of like different pieces of. There's another bird person coming. I gotta make this place look good. As the two of you head out the front door. But with that, we'll have you all reconvene outside Bird Buddy's cart and begin piling in. And you guys can have a little bit more time before we wrap it.
Everybody is just very busy with their puppet shows and the selling of their wares to those that are willing to buy them.
We did stop and grab rations and stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
With
went to get the horses.
With Iris there, you would know that it would probably be 4 days rations for each person.
Mhm.
I'd say knock off another gold. And that would be enough for the journey out, 1 full day there, and then the journey back. Because about it.
Yeah.
Do we think we should grab more just in case?
I
More
don't
doesn't hurt.
know.
I'll pay.
Oh, are you have you joined us, Ruby?
Sure.
I thought we all reconvened at this point.
No.
Yeah, you're all.
Yeah.
The two of them were just discussing. Yeah, not a big deal. We could worry about
Yeah.
how many rations you guys got after stream.
Yeah.
But you're all back at the tavern, saddling everything up in the cart.
What about BB says can heal? Like basically asking if they bought anything that would help heal.
We bought rations, but I don't know if they had any potions.
I still have 3.
Okay.
But we did get something to help us with. What's there? This spirit lantern. And she pulls it out and shows.
At the mention of spirit lantern, BB just zeroes in on Iris.
We'll have to bring you back to Illuminations with us.
There's a
Illumination.
bird friend there.
Bird.
There's a bird friend there.
Bird.
I believe they're called the Owlin. If they're.
Mm-hmm.
BB just starts flapping their arm.
Yes. We'll come back when we get back.
And just clapping their hands and dancing a happy dance now. Bird buddy's bird buddy.
Bird buddy's bird buddy.
Bird buddy's bird buddy. Yes, Malaysia more. Are you ready to get on the road?
1 second, guys. I gotta meet up real quick.
So was that shopkeeper a hoot or what?
Oh my god.
You've been holding that in for so long.
Oh my god!
It was making her constipated from how hard she was holding it.
Oh, I was sweating. I was sweating.
Oh, man.
Did anyone else notice the Katori totally checking out Six's ass?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say
Probably
anything.
6 did too.
I
A lot of hit on
I
this
wasn't.
question.
I was not gonna say anything, but I also did not specify that I grabbed my clothes off of the hanging rack. There. No, I'm sure it's like just understood that I gathered my things and headed out because I'm not going
But
anywhere
did you
without
put
my
them
fucking
on?
jacket. But yeah, no, I'm just carrying.
Are you
everything.
Are you just streaking?
No. Okay. So when
Sorry.
six
So chafed.
when Six gets ready.
Sorry.
Okay, like when Six gets ready for the day, it's like pants, socks, boots, binders over her breasts, and then her shirt, and then her jacket. So basically, she's walking around in her pants, boots, and binder, and carrying her shirt and jacket in one arm and the sword in the other.
What a woman.
Ruby, come on now. You already had something to say. Come on now.
Right.
Sorry, I had to jump out real quick and I didn't hear everyone's reactions.
We were just bullshitting.
What did you
Yeah.
guys think of the new bird buddy?
Well,
Love it.
okay. So I guess you didn't hear, but I was like, "Is this shopkeeper a hoot or what?"
Oh
She
my
said it.
fucking god!
She said it like desperately, like I can say it.
Love
And
it.
my only
right.
response was, of course.
Let's all right, let's write it back in. We got a few more minutes. We can handle some role play before you guys hit the road and head out west before going north.
Will says he's gonna go get the horses. Unless Six is wanting to accompany him to get Lady.
I am in the tavern at the moment.
That's where.
Yeah. I can accompany you afterwards. I mean, I'm sure the stable master would love to see me again.
Do I need to go into the tavern to meet up with Six?
I mean, that'd be favorable, yes.
Okay. I will do that just in case I missed something in my room.
Let's do a weapons exchange out in broad daylight.
Do this. I was just thanking you for coming along.
Oh, no problem. We are friends. If you ever want me to come along and you anywhere.
So, as soon as, Six sees Liz walk into the tavern, she's down below, in, I suppose, like, the dining room or whatever you want to call it, just lounging in her, I guess, a tavern throne. But she's got this long box on the table in front of her. But she sees Liz come in, she gets up, grabs the box. She's like, Liz, I know we've gone way back, like a month or two. And these past couple of months, I have been the happiest I've been in my life. And she'll drop down to one knee and open the box. Will you be my frontline tank?
Oh, no!
I love that.
I would like it to be canonized that Six was planning this so much she didn't realize it's only been about 2 weeks since the parties met.
The inside of my soul is dying.
I loved it.
I feel
Iris
like
was right
Lorcas
there.
right now just crushed me with a pile of rocks.
Iris was standing right
Oh.
there, like, what the f?
It's been more than 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
only been
it's-
about 2 weeks.
Has it? Like,
It's been more than that.
It's been more than that.
No, it
It was
It was-
10 days for the travel.
it was 10 days of travel, about 3 days in Trustwell, and this is the 3rd day in Oriacuster.
But we also spent the week doing the thing in Trustfeld, the graveyard and stuff.
Yeah.
No,
So it's been at least 3 weeks. It's been almost
yeah,
a month.
about 3 weeks. About 3 weeks to a month. Yeah, something like that.
So
I'll get
yeah.
an actual timeline later.
So like a month, right?
Roughly.
Around
Yeah.
a month, yeah.
So yeah, Liz, before you is a beautiful sword in a rather ornate box.
Pringle chip DMs.
Was stretching my
You're
back.
good.
How could you?
You're good. You're good. You're good. Oh no.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
There is the slightest crack of a facade in this stoic dragonborn of nervous energy that she's. It's an odd situation she's found herself in.
Please, please get off your knees.
Yeah. And she'll stand, still holding the box. Like, I had this made for you. I saw you do really well with the long sword. I figured I'd have one made for you.
When you stand up, you can see her holding her rings underneath her shirt.
Oh,
Thank you. I appreciate the gesture.
Go ahead and take a look.
Liz will look at the sword and she'll turn when she pulls it out. She'll turn and give it a couple of test swings to check the balance and stuff.
So as you pull it out, like along the middle of the blade, like centered towards the hilt, there's engraved Heretic's Bane in Draconic.
Have you wondered what your staff says?
I honestly have no idea.
Liz will point to the first one. Vixie 6.
What does that mean?
Vixie 6.
Fix
And she points to you.
Vicky 6. Thank you, Red.
And then she points to the next one. Dizzy Daisy. Ozen Merrick. Riker Donan. Shax Greaves. Tyson Hendricks. You carry your family with you.
Okay, that's incredibly sweet.
Yep, all 6 names of your family are on each end of where you smack people with it.
That's absolutely amazing, Liz.
I'm gonna hug the big lug.
One
The
second,
little-
folks.
Liz will lean down and whisper something into Six's ear.
the urge to say she wants to fuck is so real right now.
No, that's
Well, she already
that's
proposed.
That's definitely not what's happening.
That's exactly what she
not
says.
happening.
Pringle's deafened at the moment.
And then when Liz stands up, she says, "That will be our little secret."
6 will nod.
DM no more.
All right. Suppose it's time to go get the horses. I've already grabbed everything out of our rooms. Anything that you left, it's on the table there.
Thank you. Thank you for grabbing my radio. You seem to like it when I have it out. Do you want me to keep it out more often?
Yeah, it helps fill out some of the silence, you know. We grew up on busy streets. So,
The magic box?
yeah.
It's a radio.
What's a radio?
Liz points to the box.
Yes, it was making that magical music.
It's not. It is magical, but
It's mechanical.
yes, it's both. It's the crystals. You use them to change the color of the top one, and that's the stations. There's somebody on the other side of the continent that is doing the things to make the music happen, and then this tunes into it.
Sometimes it's music, sometimes it's just people talking, sometimes it's the news. You really just have to cycle through and find what you want.
Fascinating. It's so people can talk to you from across the.
Well, they're not talking to us.
It's to an audience. It's a broadcast. I think of like when you
Like
do
a bard thing?
Well, I think of like when you do your mind thing to, a bunch of people in a room, but instead of, a bunch of people in the room, it's across the whole continent, and only people that have this kind of machine can hear it.
Huh. You guys are so advanced.
Oh, I mean, Advalor is the technological capital of the world. I mean, there's so much more just waiting for you to discover there. I'll show you one day.
And yet, it's so much progress, yet so little.
Yeah, I was about to say. A lot of technological advances, yes, but not very progressive where it matters.
Well, the technology matters, but
The fanciest thing I ever saw was a trader came through and he had machines that you could use to wash clothes, but no one could afford them, so they just moved on. So this is gotta be expensive.
I wouldn't know. I didn't pay for it. It was given to me.
yeah.
Well, if it breaks, I can try to fix it for you.
I'm gonna go collect the horses and the axe beaks. I'll see you
Let's
guys
go
around
to the
back.
cart. Yep, we'll see you at the cart.
See you
All right.
soon.
I'm gonna go and meet up with Will, as I know that he wanted to grab the horses too.
And so they don't feel left out, BB's going to join and get the axe figs.
This is gonna be
Everybody.
fun.
Oh no!
So, yeah.
The evil
Will is-
laughter.
So yeah, Will is just walking with Six and Baby and says, "So, how did things go with the blacksmith?"
Not bad. I am gonna have to leave my my gauntlets here for a few more days. Katsuri's gonna work on them while we're investigating. Then on our way back to Trustville, we've got to stop by here anyway, so I'll pick him up then.
Naturally.
Picked up Liz's new sword.
Uh-huh.
And that's about it. I ran by the tavern, collected all of our stuff, and they're loading up the cart now, and we're grabbing the animals. There, you caught up.
Sounds about right. I won't be getting my push dagger back until we, return here, because investigation, needing to get everything done before I could get it back. So, I'll need to be back here anyway.
I don't really understand why you gave them your weapon to begin with. I mean, you already told them, hey, this is what killed the guy, and here's his head in the convicted murderer's hands, by the way. Yeah, I do remember that part.
I felt it was the least I could do since, given what happened with his body.
Oh, why did I do that? Anyway, they're right through this gate down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you as you guys are getting through the main gates, through the gates into the stable area, into the larger pasture, you hear the stable master's assistant say, "Yeah, I heard what they said, but we still don't know which." Oh, hi, everybody. Sorry,
Greetings.
boss is a little busy. Kind of eyes between Bird Buddy and Six. Are you here to pick up your animals?
Yes.
Yes, I am. Where's my horse?
They're just down here. He said that you guys had paid for roughly, I think it was 5 days stay. So you'll have 2 days credit when you get back. Here you go. And he points down, and sure enough, all 4 animals are each in their own pens. Not being awkward or weird or anything of the sense, you can see that Axe might be getting a little antsy, getting to get back on the road, but Prince and Lady are still kind of nosed up to each other. He kind of opens each gate, and all 4 of them, one by one, step out and approach all of you. Lottle's still got that little droopy tongue head bob going, but they are in excellent shape. Like they haven't traveled in probably a few weeks. They're very well rested.
Good. Good. I'm glad I don't have to kill you.
My boss said to take care of them. And he looks over his shoulder, and for the briefest of moments, only Bird Buddy, you catch this with your passive. You see someone duck behind the window of the stable master quarters, if you will, this small little cabin that's at the front end of this area. We need to take extra care of them.
We'll just look to him and sorry.
Okay, is it like a duck of fear?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
directed towards Six.
Yeah, no, both of them are terrified of me.
Okay.
Will just looks to him and says, "Well, on behalf of Six, you did the right thing listening to her."
We gathered as much. I don't know why you guys are collecting heads, but he kind of slowly backs up. Have a good day, and leaves.
Run away!
All right, old girl. You ready for a walk?
We're heading back out, Prince. And he pats him on the side of the neck.
All right. With that, for sake of brevity, all of you will reconvene at the tavern, hook everything up, and start making your way out the west gate before you guys start hooking north into the direction of the Thundering Thicket and Rimbark's Rest. We're going to wrap it here.
Okay.
Good session, guys.
Yeah, that was a great sesh.
Woo!
Woo!
All right.
Go ahead and give us a sign off, Six, and
Yeah.
we'll be able to chat after.
All right.
Love you guys.
Take care, chat.
All right, guys. Stick around for a few minutes. We are going to raid off here. We're going to go see who we got working tonight. It'd be great if my thing would stop lagging. Super duper awesome. Okay. So let's see here. Who do we got currently streaming? Huh. You know what? It's been a while since we've raided into them, so let's go show them some love. But I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys next time. Good night.